Welcome back to the Primate podcast. I'm Aidan Choi, and I'm joined by.
No.
Hello,
Hey, what's up?
I'm Andrew.
You guys are just not gonna say your names.
Yeah, I'm Liam. What's
No,
up?
not today. I don't feel like it.
That's
okay, well
Jackson.
this is Jackson, which I'm sure you've already know.
He's
Alright.
that guy who talked in the first podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
He's the
He's
guy who
back.
has
Yeah.
school
He's
still.
back.
Ha ha.
The first one was recorded through the AirPods. That's probably why I hated it so much. It all makes sense now.
Yeah, but a lot has happened this week.
Yes. We want to starting each of our podcasts with a quick little recap of everything that's happened in the past week. And as we all most likely know, the past week has come with a lot of new announcements and a lot of newsworthy events. So
Really?
no.
Liar.
Anyways, I guess, yeah, who wants to start? We can either go in a lot of different directions here. Got the new PS5 announcement.
Yes.
Barclays Center.
Yeah,
Yeah. I didn't
I
really
know.
watch it. Did any of you guys watch it?
Yeah,
I know
watched
Andrew
it.
did.
Yeah. I mean, all the games looked really good. Like,
Yeah.
they looked really good. The stories
Except-
weren't that good, but
Except when they reused like PS3 footage for the GTA,
GTA
5,
5,
re-
yeah.
re-release.
they said they were
This is like the fourth
we're
time.
back again. We're back again. We're gonna give you something new. And then GTA 5 again. Like, no, this is like MJ on the Wizards. This is, you can't do this.
Yeah.
Rockstar's just milking the cow for all it's worth at this point.
Dude, can we talk about how ugly the PS5 is? I don't like it, dude.
Yeah, no, it looks terrible.
It's
yeah, it
like
looks ass. I think
I don't
that's
know why they
that's
made it
settled.
look like that. It literally, like, I don't know why everyone roasts the Xbox for looking like a square. Because the thing is that,
refrigerator?
like, no, see, the thing is that, like, I don't care about how it looks. I just want it to
Yeah,
look
same.
sleek and, like, have a place to, like, fit normally. Like,
Yeah.
what I like about the Xbox is, like, I can, like, kind of stack it places, if that makes sense. Like, I know you're not supposed to, but, like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like you
because
could buy
it's a
30 of them.
Tetris square.
yes, exactly. It's just,
Exactly.
like,
Yeah,
it's a
You could buy 30
also
of them
it's
and play
like-
Tetris.
it's not just a better shape. It's like a more flat color, which may not be like popping
yeah,
or whatever.
no, I agree.
But it's like a square, right? So it like fits pretty much
Mhm.
anywhere and it's black. But with the PS5, it's like this weird shape. I saw this meme where it's like, you
it
know,
looks
the
like
guy
a
who's
fucked
like,
up internet router.
Yeah, with
Dude,
envelopes on the outside.
you know that white dude with like the button-down shirt tucked into his shorts and he's like standing there
The one who
posted?
stayed posted. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a meme where that guy's face is put on in arms and it looks exactly like him.
Yeah.
It's such a I don't know why they decided to go with I mean honestly I think it's just like really like the weird shape cuz like where are you going to put that and make it look normal
Yeah, I
unless
agree.
you're in this modern ass house.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't care too much. What I care about is they didn't give us a price. They didn't give us a release date. They
Oh
didn't give
yeah.
us anything we actually asked for.
I mean, to be fair though, it's like, do they even have to announce that stuff? Like, everyone kind of knows when it's gonna be coming out. Like,
Well, I mean
Yeah.
also it might be delayed considering all this. So.
that is true. That is
Yeah.
true. That'd be pretty crazy if they delay it though. Like, people have been looking forward to this for like a while now.
yeah.
Like, I mean, I would understand why they would delay it, but at the same time, like, remember all the Nintendo Switches that sold out during the start of the pandemic?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yo.
Like, it's kind of like that. Like, they're really missing out on like a big business opportunity. Like, it would be controversial for sure if all this stuff is still kind of happening then. You know, I more like with all the protests in addition to Corona. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're really missing out on a big opportunity there if they decided to postpone it. I can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember, like, I'm pretty sure, I mean, definitely don't remember because I was, like, 5, but the PS3, when it launched, it was, like, pretty messed up. I'm pretty sure it got delayed, and then, like, just after that, there were plenty of issues, with just the launching of games and stuff, and then later on, then it got more refined, and then it just kind of destroyed the 360 in certain metrics, like, down the line.
Mhm. Yeah. Honestly, Console's lame, bro.
I
don't
don't
know.
care.
PC
I don't care.
PC
Lot of
game.
value.
I
PC
don't care how
game.
it looks. I just need to know how it runs.
No, see, what I've realized is like the thing with PCs is like, look, obviously from a spec standpoint, they're way better and they're always going to be better. But I feel like what you don't get with the console experience is you don't get the same like interface and like just ease of like use. And I feel like
there's
so
a lot
many
of
people,
convenience.
yeah, exactly. And so many people still use consoles that it's like, I don't know. For me, it is really hard to get on the PC bandwagon. Like, I still really enjoy
Me
having
too.
an Xbox. Like,
That's true.
You-
I really
Yeah.
want a new PC, but at the same time, like, saying goodbye to Xbox is pretty difficult. Because for me, it's one or the other. Like, not a lot of people have the choice to
Yup.
get both.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the nice thing that a lot of Xbox exclusives are now available on PC and stuff. But
yeah.
I mean, as much as there is like I play PC, and there's a lot of convenience to consoles, but you'll never catch me paying for online. That's the thing.
That is true.
The
I
paying
guess.
for
You
online
do have
is
to
kind
pay
of
60
annoying.
bucks.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you do the yearly, it's still not,
Yeah,
like, the
yearly's
worst.
good. Not even gonna lie.
Yeah. Sorry, it's a
Well,
little
that's not.
hard
I
for me
mean,
to
PS5
focus right
launch
now.
isn't even like the most newsworthy thing of the last week, obviously.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. It's just I don't know. It was just the first thing that came to mind. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff that happened this week. The one thing that was making the rounds a lot that really pissed me off was the fucking the address from the NYPD chief. That was so bad. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I did
Elaborate.
not.
Bruh. Okay, so
But,
I don't know if
uni-
you've I don't know
Yeah.
if you've seen like okay, so out of all the protests, I'd say probably all the ones in New York have probably been like probably some of the most controversial just because of
You're counting
The
out
way that the-
Minneapolis. That's a
oh, true.
underdog.
That is true. But
Yeah.
okay, so
Yeah.
the thing with
Okay,
Minneapolis
second
though
to
is like the
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis, yes. Yeah. Okay, that is very fair. I don't know how I said that. But anyways, so
I think you mean in
There's-
terms of police action. in
yeah,
which
that's
case you
more what I
definitely-
meant.
Because
that's
like
more what I meant. Like there's a
the
lot of the
NYPD
police.
has been
Yeah,
just,
exactly. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of videos on the internet of the police like attacking, peaceful protesters and instigating a lot of stuff and having a very increased police presence at these protests. And I mean, that's totally up to their discretion, but what was crazy was just what the chief said in response and how he was in this really weird like rage.
Was it the police chief?
Oh
or the
no, sorry,
union
the
guy?
union leader. You're
Yeah.
right. That's a big difference. But actually, the chief has still said some controversial stuff, but not as
Yeah.
controversial as this guy.
No, but the clip was
'Cause-
from the union guy. Yeah.
Yeah, because the union guy goes on this crazy rant about how like they're being treated like thugs and how they don't get respect, and then he like pulls out the badge and he's like, "I don't know about you, but this badge still looks shiny to me." And it was just so weird. The whole thing was so weird.
Shiny.
But like
Yeah,
it was
that's-
just crazy because it just shows like this complete lack of like just
He
awareness.
needs to show
Awareness?
pride. Yeah. What the
yeah, yeah.
I
No,
got
and
this
weird like
badge.
exactly, and yeah, and there's that weird pride behind the badge that people have. Like, I mean, I would understand it if, like, I still don't understand how cops get compared to military members. Like, I understand that a lot of veterans go into the force, but like they're just so different.
I mean, it's
Like-
not like we treat veterans well either when they come.
Yeah,
back.
Yeah,
true.
no,
So-
that is true. But I mean, there's still a lot of people that are like, we respect our veterans, and it's like.
I mean, yeah,
I
but
don't know.
it's
Like,
very
my
like
parents have always made me be like that type of person to like thank them if you see them in public. I don't know. My parents kind of had me do that for a while. It was kind of weird.
yeah. I don't really see
know.
an issue with it necessarily, like unless you're a pacifist or something and you're just
Yeah.
completely against the idea of people supporting the military. But like, it's not the same, and you can like thank them for their service, but for the veterans that are actually in need when they come out of the army, to just not do anything and disregard them is like
That's
No,
it's kind of messed
I'm
up.
very,
to do,
I'm very
do the-
against the military, but I would say I have more respect for people that had to go through that than
yeah.
people. Because the thing is with cops is like, I understand that is still a difficult job when you are in those stressful situations. that a lot of them usually are in. It's just the thing is, like, I think it's so strange. I don't know, the way I saw it, I saw this guy talk about it pretty well. He said that, like, what cops' number one priority is to protect themselves, which is just, that's like an undeniable fact. I personally, like, I feel like if you watch any of the ways that these police members and chiefs have responded to this stuff, they seem very focused on themselves and, like, pointing out that the protesters are attacking them. And it's really weird because then they aren't aware that they're put into a power position. Like, they are put into power in society to be enforcing law and, like, the laws and order, but, like, in the way of justice, not in the way of, like, this authoritarian way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just weird. Yeah. Sorry to get political, I guess, but yeah.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
just happened this week.
It's like that Supreme Court decision, or I'm not sure if it's Supreme Court or, like, some federal court decided this, that, like, I mean, you probably already know about this, that an officer's job is not to, like, protect and serve, quote unquote. It's just to enforce the law.
I think I saw it. Yeah.
And I get that for, like, liability reasons, and that's kind of like, you know, we live in this society where litigation is everything, but, like, it's still pretty messed up because their whole purpose should be to protect their communities and serve their communities.
No, exactly. And I think it's really conflicting.
You get kind of astray from there.
Yeah, and I think it's really conflicting when a lot of police departments, they say that, what you just said, as their mission statement, but they do the opposite. You know? And it's just, it's kind of crazy because, like, this just happened yesterday, I think, in Mountain View. So I don't know if you're aware, but even though Mountain View is a relatively small town and is generally pretty wealthy, you know, they actually have had a history with a pretty discriminatory police department.
Oh yeah, I know, bro.
Yeah, no, I was just bringing that up because not as many people are aware, just because Mountain View is a smaller place. But anyways, so just this week alone, they had their meeting on the city budget, and I think the Mountain View budget for police is still like 40% of the city budget goes towards police or something crazy.
Wow.
And it was crazy. Let me pull up the person that went to the town hall, or they didn't went, but it was like a Zoom meeting and they joined. But some of the shit that, like, they were saying, like, it was just complete lack of awareness. Like, the actual Mountain View police chief said that he felt that people were treating cops like how we treated veterans during the Vietnam War, which I thought was the weirdest analogy possible.
I get the comparison, just
I
it is
kind of get it, but it's so weird.
It's such a different situation.
Yeah, that's the point.
You weren't drafted to be a cop. That was entirely
exactly
I mean,
and also
and
the
also,
thing was,
like,
the main sorry, you go on.
I mean, I was
and
just gonna say,
I'll
like,
add.
the difference between what you do overseas, like, yes, it's awful too, like,
Yup.
but if you look at how the government and the army has treated veterans, even like in Vietnam, like with Agent Orange and everything, and denying benefits to any, and like denying the link between that and cancer to people who've come back and suffered injuries, and then also to people in Vietnam who've been affected by it. There's, like, just a complete disregard for suffering for like Americans and non-Americans. And then you see, like, the amount of, like, hero worship we give cops and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then
I mean,
just the amount of
also,
funding
I feel
they
like
get.
the fucking Mountain View Police Department doesn't
They're not
have
really,
to deal with
like-
anything. Because literally the
Yeah.
only time I've seen cops pull over people, it's just, like, to pull over, like, Mexicans. Because I've seen so many cops.
They're so
It's so
discriminatory
sad.
towards Mexicans. It's
so
fucked.
sad because literally
Yeah.
I was driving and I saw this gardener, he was driving his truck and 3 cop cars pulled him over.
Yeah. No.
And I don't
crazy?
know exactly the situation, but I feel
Okay.
like that you don't need 3 cop cars for one gardener.
Well,
I think
sometimes
what
what'll
he's saying
happen
to-
is
Sorry,
go
wait,
ahead.
hold on. Let me add this.
Aw,
So
you're
Mountain View,
sorry.
Mountain View is
Yeah, okay.
minority white. Okay? And their
Yeah.
whole city council is the majority is white. And it's crazy because the reason why that's important is because, like, I just pulled up the post with more of the quotes from the meeting, and the shit they're saying just shows a complete lack of awareness. It's insane. Like, There's this one that says, I've gone on ride-alongs, I've gone to coffee with the cops, I've gone with school resource officers to events. Never once have I doubted anyone in the police department. You guys are top-notch. Or another one that says, no one has ever said that their department is perfect, but boy, I'll tell you, Mountain View is pretty much there.
I mean, for the multiple cops at like a stop, that happens usually just because they have nothing better to do. So they'll like respond. It's like one person will pull somebody over, and then they report it to dispatch or whatever, or however they do it, and then the other guys will get it over the radio and be like, okay, well, I'm not doing anything. Let me just pull up there. Like they'll just sit there. It's like it's so stupid because you make people who are like already nervous around cops, like not just like anybody who gets pulled over. Generally, I feel like has at least some apprehension to like, you know, maybe they don't fear for their life, but you still feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then more and more cops start showing up, and it just gets worse.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if you saw the case with the guy that got pulled over in Texas for running through a stop sign. I sent that to you, Liam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy in Texas. That shit's so fucked. Like, I read into that whole case. It's just ridiculous. Like, I don't know if you saw the whole video, but, like, his 90-year-old grandma comes out and is like, why are you doing this to my son? And then they push her over.
Oh, I've seen that. Yo.
Yeah, no, it's fucked. And you know what's crazy is, like, this dude doesn't have any prior criminal history, I don't think. And they still arrested him for evading arrest, and he can face up to 2 years in jail.
It's so messed up.
Yeah, like, of course he's gonna be Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't get it.
I don't get how you can, like, okay, I understand it because you're being arrested and you don't want to be arrested. You get charged with evading arrest. But if there was nothing to arrest you for in the first place, no probable cause or anything, like,
exactly.
If
no,
just the issue was that you pissed off an officer and they want to arrest you because of that, and then
Yep.
you like resist. I don't get how resisting arrest like stands at that point.
I
Like,
agree.
people still like get in trouble. Like they still get the consequences of resisting arrest for a wrongful arrest. Like I don't get it.
I agree. Yeah, it just goes back to how, like, the laws are just faulty, and it kind of keeps this. It just keeps perpetuating the corrupt system through certain laws like that. Like, I don't know. Like, I've started to see a lot of people talking about the bringing back the war on drugs from the Reagan administration. I think, right? War on drugs was Reagan, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
but what do
I'm
you mean
pretty
war on drugs?
Well, it just goes back to all these mandatory minimums that they've made for all these, like, misdemeanor and, like, very low-grade drug charges. No. What I'm saying is that this is bringing up that conversation again because those things are very predatory towards the... Yeah, and pretty much they just made those laws...
Especially in over-policed areas.
Yes, exactly. Because... And the over-policed areas tend to be the... Yeah, no, it creates this whole cycle of... It goes back to the systemic racism. I don't really want to touch too into it just because it's a very large topic.
It's very complicated.
It's very like, it would take up the whole podcast to explain all the facets of it, but it's like...
We need to do some more research just so we get all our facts right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because I'm basing this mostly off of one film that I watched, which I don't think is maybe the fairest
Yeah, you want to be careful with
representation
that,
of it.
just because, like, the platform that it's on, like, the way film, like, documentaries work.
No,
It's just
yeah,
that you
I
can present a lot of things without opposition, and then people who watch it can be so moved by it that they're not necessarily doing a ton of further research, or if they do, are going along with what you already told them. So
I think so I'm talking about 13th on Netflix, and I think what they did really good about that one is that they included a lot of interviews from opposing people. Like, they had but they also had, like, conservatives and stuff still kind of explaining this issue. Yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool.
I mean, it's a constitutional thing. Like, even if you didn't like know about the private prison system and like, and also just like the prison system and labor with that, if you just read the 13th Amendment, it clearly says, like, okay, no slavery unless you're in jail. In which case, we kind of need that. But, I mean, we don't really need it, but
yeah, it's crazy how misconstrued that point was in history. I think that's the most impactful part of the whole film. Yeah, is like what happens in the first 5 minutes is like reminding everyone of that part of the 13th Amendment that always gets glossed over, and it explains so much of, you know, everything else, you know, because like it goes back to, it's like, oh, well, then why was there so much, like, mass incarceration and stuff in the South, like right after that time and up until the civil rights movement. You know, it's just I don't know, but yeah,
They've been talking about politics. I big brain. I talk about politics too. Me, I'm running for president in like however many years you need to. Cause
What-
I'm
what-
talking
how old
about
are you right now?
politics.
30. You
Yeah,
got
Yeah, I
you
talk
gotta be-
about
but you don't need
Andrew.
to have any like.
Andrew, what year? 20. Let's go 2040 to be safe.
No, that's gonna be a while.
35.
What if America isn't even real as we know it anymore?
Well, what if America isn't real right now?
What if Elon Musk has finally uploaded all of our brains to the internet by then?
God damn.
True. That'd be
Dude.
sick.
We're just living in the cloud.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be insane.
That's the future. But like, we just got out of the 2010s. And what do you guys think is the most 2010s thing? I think it's
Oh my
Fortnite.
God. No.
No
what?
way. It's not the most
No, you were
2010.
you were
I
just-
don't think so. I don't
Fortnite
think so.
happened in like the last 2 years.
I
Like,
think if you're gonna pick a video game, you would pick GTA 5. Not to go back
You
to
would,
True.
'Cause
yes.
because I'm kind of a GTA 5 kid. Like, not that I played it that much when it came out, but like,
But
I
did
played
you
I
have
played my fair
7-year-olds
share.
doing GTA dances? No, you didn't.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
that's
know.
also in the last year. I can't attribute that all to a decade.
I mean, kids are
you know?
pretty easily influenced. You could get
True.
kids to do a lot of stuff.
I mean, when did Minecraft fall off? When did Minecraft
Minecraft's
fall
never
off?
fallen off. I mean,
Yeah,
it
No,
fell
No,
off
it,
like
it
it
did.
did.
It-
Definitely, it definitely did. And then it had a
2014.
resurgence.
I'd say like 20.
No, later than
No,
that.
no,
I'd say,
later.
like,
2016.
2016.
2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
2016
feel like
drop
Minecraft
off,
was
and then it
also a big
resurged in
thing.
2018.
But like 2010s, like I don't know. I feel like YouTube was really instrumental in
True.
YouTube was
in-
going
I mean,
defining
strong
the,
early
the
2010s.
Gen Z 2010 experience.
Oh, I
you know?
did.
I mean,
Yes.
PewDiePie. He started
also
in 2010, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Mhm.
But like the
Yeah.
early days of YouTube though, like that was before all this crazy bureaucracy shit like really hit the platform, you
Yeah.
know? Like
Yeah. I mean,
This
that was
was
really
ever-
just,
Charlie bit my finger.
I mean, that was like no,
No,
that was like
well-
2000s. though.
yeah,
that was
that's
late
2000s.
2000s. Like if you look at like early 2010s, you're talking like People Are Awesome compilations and like parkour
yeah,
was
those
huge.
were the shit. Those were
And then like
great.
Minecraft videos, like
Yeah, but then it was
like,
like
all
I
that.
think
annoying
Yeah.
orange.
but then as
Annoying
soon as
orange,
like
yeah.
I don't know if you remember there was like Adpocalypse, then there was all the shit with all the rewinds getting really bad, like
Yup.
you know,
Yeah,
it's all that
that was-
stuff.
Yeah.
Or then there's this is a little more recent, but this was an issue even before it got brought up. But the shit with the trending pages, did you ever see that?
Yeah.
Oh,
how
yeah.
it's like
How they
really
would only-
commercial.
They would only push like the corporate shit, even
Yeah.
though it wasn't even trending.
Yeah, like a lot of the Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon stuff.
Or
Yeah.
James Corbin, whatever the fuck his name is.
Corden.
Gordon, yeah.
I find him so annoying.
He's in some of the
Hey, hey.
shittiest movies of all time. It's like he
I'd
tried
never-
to be in the
Hey,
shittiest
I
hey,
movie.
hey,
never
hey,
understood
The man's
why-
got some pipes though. He can sing. He can really.
I've
he can
never
really
Yeah,
heard
he
him
is a
sing.
he is a
He
good
can't-
singer.
Yeah.
He is a
Yeah.
good singer.
What's
I'll
even
give
his
him that.
background? Like, how did he even get a talk show?
He's British.
Really?
That's all he needed.
That's all
Is
I know
that-
about him.
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know anything about this man.
He was in Cats,
I'm-
Peter Rabbit,
I'm-
Trolls, the Emoji Movie.
Hey,
you
back off.
gotta
Trolls
try.
was good.
Hey,
Trolls
I
was
know that he's
good,
a
dude.
West Ham fan. I don't know. That's all I know about him because I watched an interview from a soccer person on him, and he was like, "Yeah, I like West Ham.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
in
more of an
Planet
East Ham
51
kind of
too.
guy.
East Ham doesn't exist.
There's a lot
To
that
you, it doesn't exist.
South Ham. No, that's Hampton. That's different.
Southampton.
Brockhampton, where?
No, no.
No.
Oh
That's
wait,
it,
Harley,
guys. I
Harley,
did it. The white girl
Wait, Harley,
population
you're gonna
raised on this
find
podcast.
you're gonna find this kind of funny because I feel like you are well aware of this. But so me and my friend like we're hella into finding like underground music and shit, and he found me this group called like AG Club or something, and they literally sound like I personally think they're gonna be like the next Brockhampton. But I thought it was kind of funny because one of the members already has a sexual assault allegation.
So they
And I
are
was
the next
like-
Brockhampton.
And I was like, he literally is the next Brockhampton.
They're following
we
the
go.
steps.
Bruh.
Oh my
That
god.
sucks.
Yeah, I know. It was kind of awkward because he didn't really address it either. So now it's like, I don't know if I should keep supporting y'all or
But
like.
that's exactly like Brockhampton then.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Yikes.
there was hella conspiracy theories that Amir Vaughn like didn't even do it, and like it was all for publicity.
I don't know
But
about that.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
always a
no,
possibility, but I don't know.
that was like some deep Reddit shit. A lot of people, I don't know.
To be fair,
That's
if you
still
guys,
hella
I don't know if you
contested.
guys knew about it, but like when Reddit supposedly found the Boston bomber, they found like they did it like a quote like
I didn't even know
investigation.
they did that.
It was a stupid investigation. They found the wrong guy.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, and I'm not sure this is what happened, but I think the guy.
Everybody on
killed
Reddit
himself
thinks
'cause of
they're a
that.
detective, bro.
I gotta
Reddit
check
is
him.
like Reddit's really good, but also really bad at the same time.
If you go too deep,
If that
it
makes
gets very
sense.
bad. Yes.
No, like yeah, I don't know. It's very good on surface level, and then it's like, yeah, there's just a lot of really stupid people.
Then you have a
on
bunch of
Reddit.
Sherlock Holmes.
No.
saying
It's like
how
it's
they-
just the thing is like they like for somehow they've now convinced themselves that most of them are like of higher intellectual capabilities, like on some
Yes.
subreddits, but they'll say really stupid shit. You know?
Well, I think they
Yes.
think that because they're on Reddit.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It goes back to all the memes about like the Redditors and stuff. You know, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, there's no upvotes in real life, buddy.
Dude, where's my Reddit gold?
Where's my karma at?
Yeah, tries putting his karma on his fucking resume.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I mean, if
honestly,
you're
there's-
somebody like, there's a couple users who do it like for a living, so they could do it. They could
Really?
put their karma. Yeah. yeah.
Yo, I haven't even. Dude, maybe
There's
I
this
haven't been
guy-
paying. I haven't been paying attention to Redditors, but enough. But that is crazy to me.
Yeah. Well, there's this, I don't know about like all of them. There's a few of them, though, like a bunch of them. But there's this one guy who's infamous for it. He's Gallo Boob is his username. Yeah,
Booby.
and he basically he's a moderator of like so many big like 5 million plus member subreddits,
Subreddit.
and he like
And what is his
he
name again?
if you look at his
Wait.
thing, he has like here, you know, let
Gallo
me find out
Boob.
how much karma he has, but he's like he's post I don't know, probably I couldn't tell you the rate, but it's a lot per day. Like it's and he gets like thousands upon thousands upon thousands of upvotes, and
Wait, so
he does a
what,
lot of
do you-
product placement and stuff. So his living is posting on Reddit. So
Wait, so
like-
how many hours a day do you think he spends on Reddit?
oh, I have no idea. I mean, it could be like because his job is also what a lot of people spend like obscene amounts of time on anyway. So it could be both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has 34 million, coming up on 35 million post karma, and a million
Jesus.
comment karma. And he's the
Jesus.
moderator on like a gazillion subreddits.
Dank memes.
Wait,
Yeah.
was Reddit mainly popular in the 2010s as well? Because I know it came out in like 2005 or something
I'd
like that.
definitely say
Yeah,
that's
around
probably
it
when
was
it started
around the
picking up.
YouTube. Yeah, I'd say so. Like around. I mean, I don't know when it really became popular. I've been using it for a while, just for different stuff here and there. But like, it's definitely huge now. Like it's for the
Mhm.
past few years, it's been like a top 5 site on the internet. Like, which is
Oh, I'm
pretty
sure.
insane.
Which is why I don't understand why people still think it's underground.
Yeah, it's really not. It's mostly just the anonymous aspect of it, not like the 4chan anonymous where you're like you don't have a username.
Yeah.
Like where you can choose to post without a username. I think that's how it works. But like with Reddit, you can just choose your username and you don't really have a profile. Like you don't have
Yeah.
pictures or a bio or you just post a comment and then it's like the comment in a vacuum is what your input to the conversation is. But I
Mhm.
think it's super cool because there's like so many different like they say if you can think about it, there's a subreddit for it. So like all sorts of hobbies have subreddits. Like there's this one for taking pictures of like little green army men, like the little toys, the little plastic
Mhm.
green army men in different spots, and like people like title it as like different like call signs and stuff. It's
Oh,
it's
that's
really
cool.
interesting.
I think Reddit.
There's like
is
all
very
these weird little
underrated.
hobbies, and then like the biggest hobbies too.
Yeah, I like Reddit a lot now that I've started to use it more. I definitely agree with you on like the anonymous aspect, and I think the reason why it's not more popular is because just a lot of people don't know what it is, and they seem like intimidated by it because it's so different from like normal social.
I feel like that's
media.
kind of understandable. Because
Yeah.
I
But
feel
a
like
lot of
some
Redditors
Redditors
forget.
are a little, they like turn like a lot of people off because people are like,
No,
oh, I'm on
yeah,
Reddit.
And I think the other thing is that there's also still like a lot of like kind of irony on the platform, which I think is kind of funny. Like, I don't know if you saw the whole thing with the anime titties subreddit, but
Sorry, I
and
don't.
and world
Beyond
news.
the anime
yeah,
subreddit.
no, and they've done that with other ones too. Like apparently,
Yeah.
r/marijuana is only pictures of trees, but r/trees is marijuana,
Trees, yeah.
and all the other marijuana subreddits now also go under different tree names. Like there's a sequoia
have a couple
one
of
and like
things.
Panoia or something. It's really funny. It's stupid as
Yeah.
fuck, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good though. I fuck with it.
I'm not a very avid Reddit user, so I
I
don't
mean,
really
my
know much
karma
about it.
up. I got it up.
I mean,
a
it
bit.
really, you can be anybody and be into it, because there's like
Yeah.
fashion and skincare, there's
Yep.
streetwear,
Mm-hmm.
there's video games, there's like pro sports, there's news, there's just
Technology.
memes, there's like technology, there's
Pretty much anything you want.
Yeah.
like
You know, there's like a subreddit that's like it's an. Sorry to get a little scuffed, but it's like it's supposed to be a method of how to enlarge your dong. It's like a really weird thing.
Not
but there's a
surprised.
subreddit dedicated to
Not
that.
surprised.
oh yeah,
Not surprised.
not surprised.
I'm just imagining all the neckbeards like trying to like suction their cock.
Yeah. And that's the thing,
Like-
is a lot of like self-aware circle jerk subreddits where people like make fun of popular subreddits by just like posting.
Oh,
Like-
you know what's a really good subreddit? Sorry, you finish.
Yeah, go
but
on. No, I was just gonna like they post like the tropes from like posts on that subreddit, so like people are being really sappy about their family. Like this is I don't know how messed up you guys think it is, but it's like on the Animal Crossing subreddit there was people would post like, apparently this was like an issue that people were posting a lot of memorials of people who died that they made in like Animal Crossing.
That's so
What?
weird. That's
Like,
so
so
What?
my friend who played Animal Crossing like recently passed away, and all of us made a memorial for him at like this island or whatever. right?
Oh wait,
So
never
it's
mind.
just- yeah, that's not as
Sorry.
funny.
No, but the whole issue is that a lot of people thought that like a lot of them were not genuine just because they were trying to get like karma and stuff. So
Yeah, no, hella people do that.
on the
I mean, I could understand like not believing that shit because there's like a lot of that
Yeah,
stuff on the internet.
but on the satire subreddit for Animal Crossing, they posted this thing like, oh, my dinosaur just died 10 million years ago, and it's like this,
People
it's
beg
like
for
one of these
karma
props you can put on
so
your Animal
hard.
Crossing island, and it's like a dinosaur skeleton. He's like, we had a memorial for him and everything. It was like
That
it's
is
hard to
one
describe
thing that's kind of bad
without
about
like
Reddit.
having the thing to show you, but yeah.
No, I've definitely seen that in some of my subreddits that I go to more regularly. Like, there's so many
they just
people
make fun
where
of
they
stuff,
literally
yeah.
are just begging for upvotes, and it's so weird. That's the one thing I don't understand about the platform is those types of people, because it
Yeah.
also kind of makes it a lot less like. It makes it a lot harder to trust, especially when there's like certain, subreddits where you're getting like news information. I don't know. That's just my
Yeah.
opinion. Like, I know that there's moderators and stuff, but I don't
That's
know.
the thing is Reddit uses a lot of like community moderation, and there's like there's like a bunch of admins, but they pretty much work on development, and they're only admins because they work for Reddit, and all the moderators are just people in the community who are like who make the subreddits, and then they moderate them.
Yeah.
Like, it's very community based, and Reddit relies a lot on that. And like without them, it'd be kind of screwed. Like they wouldn't exist as a platform with like without
Yeah.
community moderation.
I think one other thing that's really funny about Reddit that I feel like people don't talk about enough is like the drama. Like, I don't know if you're subscribed to the subreddit like
You already brought up
It
anime.
pretty
Titties.
much,
What do you
like-
got next?
No, okay, so pretty much what they do is they follow a
subreddit
bunch
drama?
of subreddits and they report on the drama from it, where it'll be like those posts of like people fighting that like blows up and makes it to like the trending or whatever, however the fuck their system works. I still don't really know all that shit, but anyways, it's just so funny because it'll be over the stupidest shit and they'll leave links to all the replies and stuff, and it's just so funny because it'll be like the fucking like cooking subreddit that I have no connection to, and they'll be fighting over some really stupid shit, and then it'll be them like trying to decide if they're gonna cancel Bon Appetit or not. Like, It's just so fucking stupid. And like I
Damn.
don't know, and I love seeing that type of stuff in like my own subreddits. Like I'm in this subreddit for like fake oil cartridges or something. It's so stupid.
What?
But it's so entertaining because now what it's turned into is just like teenagers fighting with like 30-year-old like stoners and getting all
What
their
the
posts
fuck?
like massively downvoted. It's so funny. Like the subreddit isn't even talking about like weed anymore. It's literally just young stoners fighting with old stoners on like who has better fake carts. It's so stupid.
What?
This I gotta
It's-
see.
It's actually like a degenerate platform. Like it low key
Whoa.
it's sometimes kind of informative but usually not. It's really stupid.
Yeah, it really depends on what's communities that you're on. But like right now on subreddit drama, I'm looking at the top of it, and right now on the NFL subreddit, some user who was banned previously for saying something to an admin, said "fuck you" and tagged the admin that banned him like a while ago, or suspended a while ago, and he got suspended again. He doesn't know by which admin, but so other people started saying the same thing, and then they also got suspended. And then that admin who he originally tagged came back, personally apologized for the suspension, and then like lifted them. But like it's just weird stuff because like that's a really the guy who did it is a really controversial guy because the way he's taken
really?
the platform after another founder of Reddit like left and whatnot. But it's really interesting.
Oh.
Like there's a lot to unpack with the platform. It's a
Interesting.
really
Well,
interesting take on social
Yeah,
media,
the other thing I wanted to bring up was the founder stepping down from the board, but only allowing a black person to fill his place. I thought that was
Oh.
it was
Yeah.
really weird. It felt like such a Reddit move, you know.
I
Like
mean,
it was kind of
yeah.
progressive, but also just kind of like really kind of stupid at the same time. Like I don't really know how to feel about it.
Yeah, like I think affirmative action is such an interesting issue. Like
Yeah,
outside
for
of
real.
college, just like in terms of affirmative action in the workplace, and I don't know enough about
Yeah, no,
hiring
exactly. I feel like
and the issue to really make a stand on that, but
I feel like
it definitely is very interesting.
I feel like affirmative action on a college level is kind of easier to understand, but like I don't understand how you would really use it in like an investing board, you know? I don't know if that's like controversial to say. I don't really know enough about it, but like I just thought it was kind of interesting, you know?
Yeah.
Makes you think. Anyways,
Is that
It
the
does make you
Alexis
think.
Ohanian dude?
I don't know. He's he's
I
married to
think
Serena
so.
Williams, which is pretty
Yeah,
cool.
he is.
That's the only reason I really found out about him.
Same. That's the only CEO. of
Yeah,
Reddit
their
dude I know.
office is down in San Francisco actually. The Reddit office.
It
We have
is.
so much shit
Yeah.
here. Reddit, Tesla. Like
Adobe.
Netflix,
one day we gotta break.
Oh,
in
my
with
dad worked at
something.
Adobe.
eBay.
No, we're not breaking in.
It's the perfect
Yeah, no,
time.
like
What are we gonna
No,
do?
this
Break in and
shit's
steal
raw,
the
bro.
servers?
Bay Area low key raw for that.
Yup.
Low key raw.
Oh, The
for
Bachelor finally announced its first black male lead.
I was gonna when you said
Really?
Bachelor, I was like, okay, can we move on? And then you're
Took
like,
them a
I'm like,
while.
okay, you know,
I
what,
don't think that's like. I mean,
that-
like,
that works,
yes,
I
it's a
guess, like-
big thing, but I wouldn't say it's too crazy because the way The Bachelor works is like you have to get to the top 3 in order to be the Bachelor next year, or the Bachelorette.
Oh.
And the only way like you get there is if you get your heart broken. So you basically have a 2 of 3 chance of being the Bachelor the next season.
I don't know. It's just
Well, that's
hasn't-
if you
the
get
Bachelor,
to the top 3.
I don't
Bachelor's
understand.
been
I don't
on
understand
TV
the
for
format, to be
18 years
honest.
apparently though. I feel like they probably should have done
Ooh,
it
and they have a
before.
Bachelor and a Bachelorette, so you make 36.
Yeah, wait, that's true. They didn't do a female one either. That's so weird. This dude looks pretty cool though. He's 28. I didn't even know Bachelor people were that old. I thought they were all like 21.
No,
That's,
they
like,
get him in like the
ancient,
older
dude.
20s now.
I
Upper
thought they were all
20s.
like stupid like young adults.
It goes like
Nah.
23 to like 30.
Cause what are those
Okay,
other ones that are like that? Like the one on Netflix with all the horny people.
Love
What's that shit called?
Island.
Uh-huh.
No, the other one.
No,
There's
wait,
like a
Love
new
Island's
other
on
one,
there.
the other one, the
Too
one
hot
that-
to
Uh,
handle.
Love is Blind.
Yeah,
Hot
too
to
hot to
handle.
handle. That
Oh,
shit
We
yeah.
talked
That
about it on
one's
this
so
on the last
stupid.
podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys did? Fuck,
Yeah.
bro.
'Cause
Yeah,
of how
no,
dumb it
that's
is.
just, it's so dumb.
Okay,
Yeah.
but we're the Asian people though.
No, for real. Honestly,
No,
like,
we don't
Dude,
need any of
let me
that,
get on the
Troy, right?
Bachelor. Let me
No.
get on the Bachelorette, bruh.
wait,
I feel like
yeah.
I'd be
why
a
is
great
Phil's
bachelor
trending?
because I would just
Wait,
tell people they're off for no reason.
oh wait,
See, like I mean,
oh wait,
Eeny,
everyone
meeny,
is just
miny,
You have an
You're
reminding-
I in your name? Yeah, you're gone.
sorry.
What, Jackson? You were
Wait.
flipping out for a
You were
second.
saying? Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
people are canceling Phil's because they give discounts to cops.
Bruh.
Yes, please cancel Phil's. No offense to all you Phil's
Okay,
people
okay,
out
okay,
there.
but now people,
Okay, but fuck Phil's for
but
real
now
though.
people
Mhm.
are appreciating. Wait, no. Oh yeah, people are actually trying to cancel Phil's, and then
Cancel
there's people
Phil's.
that are.
I'm in.
But then there's people that saying that they don't want to cancel Phil's because Phil's is Palestine owned, which is also good.
Well, it doesn't
I like
exist.
It's
so,
owned
like,
by
how is it
Palestine?
owned?
It's
Uh-oh.
owned by Palestine,
Uh-oh.
Jackson. No way.
Wait a second.
You mean Palestinian owned? So is
Yeah, I
think,
said that right.
No,
No,
you
you
said
said
Palestine.
Palestine. It's
Doesn't
owned
matter,
by
doesn't matter.
Palestine.
Nice,
I'm
let's
just
go,
messing
Palestine.
I'm pretty sure. What's the? I eat there all the time. What am I talking about?
That sounds
The,
like a white rapper.
Where did you work,
Palestine.
Jackson?
Palestine.
What?
Oh,
The,
Ike's.
I
Ike's.
worked at
Ike's.
Ike's,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm pretty sure Ike. I'm pretty sure Ike is Palestinian. I think.
Oh
think.
wait, I think
Don't
you're-
quote me on that, but I
You
think
know
Jackson,
what?
shouldn't you know this?
I should know this, but I don't. I think he might be Iraqi or something.
maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think I knew this, and I think I just took your word on it. So it's whatever you said before. So if you said that before, then yeah, it probably is true.
Yeah.
But dude, the thing about, dude, all these people just saying that they don't like the Phil's workers, bro. Like what the hell? I've never had a bad Phil's worker. They're
I've
always,
never
like,
stepped
too
inside a
nice.
I've
Phil's
never stepped in
coffee
Phil's.
before.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay, if you're not a coffee drinker, you should at least try their tea. They have pretty good tea.
I don't drink
Dude.
tea.
I
I've
drink
been
tea,
turned
but
away
not
from Phil's
regularly.
because the amount of white girls at our school that drink it. And
Yes.
Okay, that's
Just
true.
yell
They're
about
all
it.
Prejudice.
I love
Just
Phil's!
Stereotype
That's a little
now.
prejudice.
No, they're all trying
It
way
is a little
too hard to
prejudice.
be different. Like I've seen their orders. You know what their orders are?
Yeah, you've
You know
told me
what
about
their
this. It's
orders are?
bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's extra cream, extra sugar. At that point, you can't even taste the coffee.
It's not
sugar
coffee, it's a
and
milkshake.
cream.
yeah,
Yeah,
but the thing is,
no,
I feel
like-
like you're on two ends of the spectrum. You either drink coffee like it's a drug to get the caffeine, or you drink it to make it taste good. And coffee,
No.
It doesn't
I drink
taste that
coffee
good. You
because
gotta
I
get the taste
actually
of coffee,
appreciate the
you know?
coffee. No, the thing about Phil's, which is so great, is they have like 18 different blends you can choose from for your 1 cup of coffee. Like that is so cool, and every single one tastes like slightly different.
I don't
Jackson,
speak coffee.
Jackson.
Sorry.
Not
Jackson
slightly,
is so
like in
excited for
different
coffee.
ways. Like there's different types of bitters. Like there's all the different notes. Like, there's
you can
dark
tell
and light
Jackson's gone there a
blends.
lot.
Dude, notes
It's
aren't
good.
in coffee.
Yes, they are. If you've ever actually tasted like different types of like coffees, you'll taste it.
You're sounding
Like,
like
I
a
do-
Phil's girl right now,
You
Jackson.
say you
No,
sound.
I'm just
sound
saying,
like
a
like,
Phil's
if you,
girl.
okay. I'm just saying, like, you can go to Verve and you can get like 3 different types of
What the
coffees,
hell is a
and they're all gonna
Verve?
taste different.
What is
That's
that?
the new
What do you-
one. That's the new one. All the white girls are on. Y'all ain't on that yet.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not.
well, I was never
I
on
guess not.
anything, so.
Yeah.
The thing, okay, so Verve is for like the girls that are trying really hard to be different because it's pretty much just Phil's, but like higher end and like less known for being like a sugar and cream place and more of a like strict like black coffee place. Like they don't do a lot of fancy drinks.
Can we cancel
know?
Jackson already?
No,
Like,
I'm
Dude,
just
you
saying.
know people try to
so
cancel
what I'm saying
Joji?
is what I'm saying is like they're not even getting the coffee. You know, they're just getting all the sugar stuff. Because I go there with my sister all the time, and like her and her friends, like I'll see their orders, bro. It's all the same stuff. Like I'm not judging. It's fine, but it's like stop treating it like it's more than what it is. Like it's really good coffee, you know. So like stop making it be like all that bad stuff, bro. I don't know
All
what I'm
that
talking
bad
about.
stuff.
Like I just fuck with
Phil's
Phil's.
is like Baskin Robbins, but just for coffee.
Yeah. That's one way to look at it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be an elitist or anything, but like,
But
if there's
Oh.
ever something that you like really value for the taste or flavor, and then you just dump like even if it's a food or drink, and you just dump a bunch
Mhm.
of sugar into it,
Yeah.
or like in the case of like tea or coffee, just a bunch of cream or milk, and
No,
just
it kinda
dilute
ruins
it.
the-
It just like
Kind of
yeah.
ruins the drink. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Like I mean, you can totally enjoy it casually, but if you're gonna be like, oh, I really love like the
Yes,
deep
that is a way
refined
better point of
taste of
putting it.
whatever, it's just like, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, did you guys hear that people were trying to cancel Joji?
Yeah, that was a while ago
yeah,
though.
but-
Yeah,
Everyone
was that like
already
last week?
stopped it.
I thought
It-
that was
every-
pretty fun. I just thought it was so funny. Like,
That was
It
so
was so
funny.
stupid.
Because they were like
you know what was the
5 years
funniest?
off.
No, you know
know
what
it
was
was
the
like a
funniest
month
was
ago,
one of
but,
the
like-
one of the main people that was spreading the like canceling of it. They literally
Oh, they
used
made
racial
dude,
slurs
yeah, I
against
know.
people criticizing
I saw
them.
that. Yeah. I linked it on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah, she was like,
No, it's
She
so
was like,
stupid. They had no validity.
if you're
They
not
literally-
black, don't talk to me about this stuff. And this black guy was
yeah,
like,
the black guy was
they
like,
were-
as
I
a
think
black
she-
man, I
I think she called him the C word. She literally
Yeah.
called him.
Yeah.
yeah, because he was
So fucked.
respectful, but he's like, as a black man, I know that this was a part of his character, and I don't think he should be canceled over it. And she was just like, one word reply. It was really bad.
Yeah, and she definitely isn't black either. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, I'm not necessarily condoning Filthy Frank's character,
I just don't think you want any
but
K-pop dudes to ever be saying that.
yeah, definitely a yikes. Also, that Filthy Frank
Two
on
sides
YouTube
of
was another big
Democrat, the very
2010
same party.
thing.
you guys
Sorry,
brought up
what?
2 different things.
yeah, I
I
couldn't hear.
I said, Filthy Frank and
fools.
iDubbbz were another big 2010s
Oh,
thing.
for real.
Mac
For sure.
Mofo
They-
and anything
they
they
really-
use.
Yeah,
They
anything
really
for views.
ruined me. They ruined.
I mean-
they ruined like 4 years.
They
of
ruined the
me.
world.
I mean,
ruined
yeah,
4
like,
years.
they really set us back. Like, I mean, my friends and I in middle school were absolute degens, and we still are. But like,
Yeah, it took me a
But
long time.
I
to
remember
mature
we
because
found
of
this so
them.
funny because I don't know. I forget if it was one of like the.
Cause it was all edgy.
You know
And
how
when
No,
cool
it
I
was one of the-
was?
it
'Cause
was
I
one of
thought
the-
I
it was just
watched
like,
Puke Cake.
Yeah. It
I'm-
was one of like the where he like mixes a bunch of things in a bathtub, like a bunch of food. I forget.
Yeah,
what it
there,
was,
there was
but-
hair cake, there was puke
Yeah.
cake. There
we thought it was
there
just
was,
so
like, the
funny.
ramen bath one, but I don't remember the
Yeah.
name of it.
We thought it was just so funny. So during lunch, like I remember this one time during lunch, like I only remember it one time.
Dude, I
I'm
made a
sure
Lord
I didn't
Chin
win
Chin
it.
video.
Oh god.
Yeah, no,
but we-
I was into it. It was bad.
Yeah, no, we just
Yeah.
mixed a bunch of food in like in this Ziploc bag that somebody brought like some snacks in middle school. We just thought it was the funniest thing because like, oh, it's a hot dog, but there's also rice. Oh yes,
dog
the
do?
funniest thing in the world.
Yeah, this is definitely
Their Deadly Twister.
Oh, that's a classic.
Mm-hmm.
I
yeah,
think
they're definitely
yeah.
not necessarily, I would say, good for a young audience.
No, they had a lot. I mean, okay, I think just the Filthy Frank character was actually funny, but I think like as it just went on in like the hair cake videos and stuff, it was purely just like edgy shock humor, and
Yeah.
like
I think that's why it was so
and-
popular, because
Yeah,
when you're in middle
Yeah, no,
school or
it-
young,
yeah,
you're
I
just
agree.
like, ooh,
And,
that's
like,
funny,
I
that's
think, like,
crazy.
yeah, but honestly, like I'm really glad that like now I'm finally at a part in my life where like I understand why they all walked away from it, because there was
Yeah.
that like time where a lot of people were just kind of like, bro, this sucks. Like,
yeah. I mean, imagine
and
how many
you're in,
people
like-
were like in their 20s though and enjoying that stuff while we were like 14. And,
I
like,
really hope
Yeah.
not. I really hope not.
they
It kind
definitely
of felt like
exist.
it was mostly kids. Like
I hope so. I mean, I also don't hope so because like the influence.
no,
but just,
no,
like,
no. It
I
kind of
hope
makes
so.
sense though, because like I feel like all of us like, well, at least for myself, like it took me like a while to like actually realize that like that shit was just so stupid. Like, because I tried watching one of his videos like I think 2 weeks ago or something, and I just wasn't laughing. Like I just turned it off. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just kind of sucked. Like it
You were
felt
watching
weird,
one
but
of
it
the
was also kinda
Simps
good.
videos?
No. I don't remember. I watched the Twister video and I was like, oh yeah, this shit's good again. And then I watched like one of the earlier other ones. I don't remember. Oh, I think it was like rat cooking or some shit. Like, just wasn't. Yeah.
Wasn't doing it for you.
It just
Well,
didn't
I
hit.
didn't watch I didn't watch rat cooking. I never really liked it, but like
Yeah.
now
Oh,
looking
yeah.
back on it, I was like, wow, that is just really bad.
Yeah.
I was told in middle school I wasn't a man until I watched Puke Cake, and that's what inspired me.
Are you a man?
No.
I watched Puke Cake, so you make that decision.
Yeah, that
Okay,
stuff
you
is
I
know
definitely
who's
think
really
you're a
cheap.
man now, Andrew. I don't
You
know
know
if
who's
that's the
really
reason.
funny from that though? Have you
What?
guys watched fucking Max and Chad's podcast?
Yeah, the podcast. Yeah.
Oh, cold
The-
ones.
What's
that
it called?
shit.
Yeah, Cold Ones. It's so
Yeah,
good.
I
It's
love
so
it.
funny. Did you? I was I watch their interviews with people and they just get them drunk. It's
Yeah.
so funny. It's so stupid. No, that's like actually good because for some reason they've been able to like make it like more mature, I guess, because they're just all wasted.
Yeah.
So like it feels more believable. Like, you know, it doesn't feel as forced. I don't know.
Mhm.
Feels open.
Yeah, no, that's such good. I fucking love that shit. That's so good.
I mean, if you want to talk like
Yeah.
low effort podcasts and just absolutely like they once were popular and like just how the mighty have fallen, although they're still making lots of money. It's like
Yeah,
H3
for
H3.
real.
Their
Yeah.
podcast is like just awful.
That podcast is terrible.
I
never
don't think
cared
Ethan
for H3.
is-
Speaking
anything
of like,
intelligent.
I
of
used to
missing
love
old
H3H3.
YouTubers, yeah, missing
You're
old
gonna bring up
YouTubers,
Fred?
I'd say prime H3H3. Like I'm missing him hella right now. Like
True.
that dude was like a voice of reason on YouTube, and now he's like literally one of the biggest hypocrites of all
I
time.
know.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
It's really sad because I used to watch him like all the time, and it's like
Yeah.
I feel like he was the kind of guy you watch a video and you agree with him because like you watch
And
really like
he'll-
obscene stuff, like
And
stupid
Gila
shit.
used to just be so neutral, but she's been starting to kind of turn too, and like that's what's really bad. You know?
Like, wait, did you see the clip of him on the podcast talking about like security guards?
I think
No.
so. Let me watch it again.
Well, so the thing is like, so recently he released a video saying like how he realized how all like he had like a lot of good experience with the police, and he's like now realizing like, oh, that might be because of my fucking privilege. But then like earlier on his podcast he talked about his like, he's like, well, I mean he talked about how like it shouldn't be this way and how the privilege or whatever, but then like on a podcast he
what's
was talking
the-
about security guards, and he was like, yeah, there's like 6 huge black guys were like, and I was so scared, like they're like trying to like
Oh.
usher us, and then Ela was like, why did you need to bring that up? And he's like, I don't know, cause it's important. I feel like it's emphasis, you know. And she's like, they're like 6'6" or
Wait, where
something
the
like that, and
wait,
and
what's
she
the
was
cl-
like,
can you send me the clip?
I have
I
to
wanna
find
see
it.
Dude, this
But
shit
it's
sounds so
it's kind of
stupid.
a yikes, because she's like she was like, why is that important? And she's like, I don't know, I feel like it's more scary to be like with black people than white, like
He said
6
that,
foot white people,
or something
Ooh.
along the lines.
something along those
Ooh.
lines. And Ela was like, and he was like, wouldn't you be like more uncomfortable with them? And she's like, no, I get like because of the size, because they're big, would make me
Yeah.
scared.
How
but
did this many
not
people
the
wait?
race.
That's
100K people still watch H3H3 every week. That's crazy.
and I think Gila has her own clothing line and everything. And
Yeah,
she's, like,
Teddy
trying to make it
Fresh.
like I think it sells at Zoomies or something.
That's so bad.
And it's some like really cheap like streetwear shit that they sell
No,
for like
all
a high
Zoomies,
price. Like
all Zoomies stuff is just fast fashion. It's all bad.
no, but it's like what you would normally see is like somebody's like, oh, I just started my brand, guys. Like buy from my brand, and it's just like a bunch of like screen printed shirts or like a quilt hoodie or something, right? And it's just like a bunch of that, but like because of their pull, they like did to sell at Zoomies, and they did like,
yeah.
and they were talking about like being like super down to earth and everything. Meanwhile, they just moved into their $9 million mansion in
Oh
Beverly
yeah, no,
Hills.
for real. Yeah, I know.
You guys were talking
I'm
about
not saying-
fashion. Hold on. You guys are talking about fashion real quick. I don't mean to offend anyone, but these stupid bandana shirts that I keep seeing on these females, they piss me off because a bandana is not a shirt.
I haven't seen any bandana shirts.
Look
Wait,
them
what are you
up
talking
because
about?
it's like you tie the bandana in the back, and it's like you just get a bandana and you fold
is
it in half.
Oh,
Dude,
that is stupid.
they're making me
Thank God
mad.
I haven't seen that. Thank God I haven't
Yeah,
seen that because
I've
like
seen too many. It's so.
because
know.
you know what is okay. You know what is kind of cool is
God.
What?
the bandana Carhartt work jacket going for $1,600 on Grailed right now. I kind of fuck with that one. Yeah.
Bandana.
That does look
Carhartt
hella
jacket.
stupid. I'm glad I haven't seen that though. I don't
dude, they're
usually
so
go out.
dumb.
I don't go outside that much.
I don't
so
go outside at all,
I
but
haven't
every
been seeing
because
them.
you know some people don't socially distance, so I've
Oh,
been
yeah.
seeing them.
What is this like a white girl thing? What I haven't seen my
I don't
sister
know.
do
I've seen them
this.
all over, and I've seen them too much.
It's so stupid.
I mean, Jackson, you're like into like streetwear and streetwear kind of fashion, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's like a streetwear trend, is it? I haven't seen
wouldn't.
that
What?
on my
It's just like a.
feed.
Oh no, I was just in general because I
Oh,
I saw
yeah.
this the other day. The Raf Simons Riot Bomber. Did you see how much it sold for? Like, I know that was a while ago.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
no,
insane.
Raph. Yeah, some of the Raph Simmons like archive pieces they go
Simmons, yeah.
for so
My
much.
bad. Yeah,
I think.
for context, Andrew and Troy and anybody listening,
I heard about this selling, but
yeah, this is like 2 years ago, but it was $47,000. And I just saw a meme where it's like
Yeah.
it was this like streetwear fashion meme. I'm not really into streetwear or fashion, but like I just thought it was funny because I knew the context. And I just saw that like a couple days ago, so I was thinking about it. But that's like insane for a jacket.
Yeah,
'Cause,
it's
like-
more because like the meaning behind these pieces because he makes so little of them and they have like
Yeah.
such like cultural impact in
Mhm.
like design. Like I personally don't totally understand it, but at the same time like it also kind of makes sense cuz like Raf Simons during that time in fashion was like super influential. Like
Mhm.
early thousands. It's crazy. Cause like you see everyone talking about like Off-White and shit now, and like Raf Simons literally was doing that type of stuff like all the way back then. That's the way I look at it. Like in terms of like minimalism with all the graphics and stuff. But yeah, he's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
his name's Raph. That is pretty cool.
He's got a song about him.
Wow.
It goes Raf Simons, Raf Simons, Raf Simons, Raf Simons. It's pretty sick.
It's like D-Rose, but about Raph Simmons.
What's the other one?
Intellectual stuff.
The other one that's big is Rick Owens. Have you seen any of the Rick Owens memes? They're
No.
so stupid. There's this whole like there's this whole side of Instagram now that is just devoted to really stupid fashion memes. But like wait, fuck, what's this? Yeah, it's this one account called Fuck Hobson. And he has 88,000 sorry, 88,000 followers now. And he just makes all these really stupid memes about like fashion brands and like high-end fashion, and it's all so stupid. Wait, let me send you a good one. What were
Shitty
we
Hobson.
just talking about? We were talking about Raf Simons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me find a.
You can't just
Wow.
be searching for this shit on the pod.
No.
Yeah, Jackson,
No, I
send to
got
us
it.
later, bro.
Yeah, imagine
no,
breaking
no,
up the
no.
flow like
Yeah,
that, dude.
How is it breaking up the flow?
Unbelievable.
Just send it later,
just-
bro.
We're just vibing. How are we
Dude, this
breaking up the
format of
flow?
two dogs, I really like it. It was on Reddit for a minute and it made its way to
I
Oh,
feel like it's
two
getting a little
dogs?
overused at this point, but yeah.
It is,
Yeah,
but like,
But it's such a good one. I just like it. It's just funny.
if you
Wait,
don't
what are you
know
talking
about the
about?
two dogs format, get off this podcast. You've been listening for over an hour. Get off.
I don't think anybody's listening for over an hour at this point.
I
don't
will.
think
Oh,
we've
you
even
talking
got
to
to
me
an
for a
hour.
second. I felt so attacked.
Yeah,
I thought you
hop
were
off,
talking to me.
Jackson.
I
Hop
think-
Wait,
off.
are you
Because
saying
I
you are
was-
you saying you
Cause-
don't know a big dog? and a
No,
little
it's
dog?
because I was looking at Instagram and I was distracted, and then you said that. But I do know what it is.
Good.
You just sent the meme. I would hope so.
Yeah, I do know what it is.
Yeah, no, but I like that one.
Yeah, but there's all these other stupid ones. Like there was this one that he just posted where it was like a picture of Ninja looking hella fruity in a Chrome Hearts sweatshirt, and it's just this long caption about like saying how he was like Chrome Hearts more like Chrome Farts. Haha, this is, and then it was like a whole paragraph.
Oh,
So
no.
fucking stupid.
We stand
lit-
Ninja, bro.
It's literally just shit posting, but it's just funny because it's all these like really rich, obnoxious like fashion nerds.
That's hella funny.
Yeah.
Would
Yeah.
you guys say that Pepe is the biggest meme of the 2010s?
I would,
know it's the
but now
biggest
it's really
meme.
problematic.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
it's just like it's really interesting. Like
I'm
culturally.
biased towards Doge.
I think I know you are. Jackson.
I feel like Doge has stood the test of time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
think
say that's
the
a
thing is,
pretty
like,
high.
It's like both Doge and Pepe have like evolved.
Hold on.
different
Did you
ways,
say
in different
Pepe?
Yeah.
Pepe.
But no. But Pepe isn't going to develop out of this stage it's in now. It's too entrenched
yeah.
in like troll and like gamer and like alt-right stuff that like it's just never gonna come back again. But like Doge
Yeah.
is gonna stay wholesome,
You love
or
Doge.
it's just gonna
You
stay
really
neutral.
Do.
You know, it's gonna stay neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are
Unless
enough people
some-
using it for like
unless
wholesome
somebody
stuff.
uses it.
That
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
people
Somebody
do-
used to
no,
make some
I've
racist shit
seen-
with Doge.
no, I've seen like alt right racist memes with Doge and everything, but like even with the two dogs memes, like
No, it's because the thing
Um,
is that no like
but-
forum or organization is like saying that Doge is like their symbol. Like that's
yeah,
why
and
Pepe
also
was
there are enough
bad.
people
Guys, we
using
gotta
it
claim
innocently
Doge.
right
We have to claim Doge.
now. No, but that's the thing is enough
Make
people
sure
using
it
it
can't fall into
innocently.
the
It's not
wrong
even an
hands,
issue.
bro.
Yeah.
You have to
Should I
make sure.
actually do
Treasure.
that? Should I claim Doge as the only meme allowed in my forum?
No, we
No
gotta make
democracy
Doge
on Discord.
the Primate podcast like official
Oh,
thing.
facts.
Mascot.
That's what I was
Our
saying.
mascot.
Yeah.
Mascot, yeah. Okay, from now on, when you're doing the editing, can everything just only be in Doge memes? I can help you make them. I make them in my.
I make big
spare
Doge
time.
You-
memes.
I have a few.
Doge.
I have a few in the vault.
The
Follow
vault.
a lot of Doge places.
Sleeper
and
pics?
accounts. Sleeper pics. What, on Doge memes or just other memes of the tens?
Of Doge memes.
Oh yeah, there's this one that's like a classic that I really like, where it's like a ultra rare Doge pic of like a Doge wearing a hat and rapping,
Rare.
and then it says like yo yo yo, it's Lil Peepee on the mic, starts rapping about the downfall of Yugoslavia. That's one of my favorites. That's a
The
classic.
downfall
That's like
of Yugoslavia is a
That one's
classic.
That one's like 2 years old, bro. I love that shit.
Damn.
Wait, let me
That's
find
hella funny.
the.
I always dick on Yugoslavia.
They do kind of be downfalling though.
They do be on
Oh
the
my
downfall.
god.
Dude, I don't really know too much about Yugoslavia.
I don't either. I
Felt
just
like a
love
very
saying it's got
one-off
the
meme.
downfall.
Yeah.
They be
Speaking
praying
of
on my
Doges.
downfall.
Speaking
No,
of
we're not
Doges.
talking about Doge.
Speaking
Yeah.
of Doges.
Paw
We're not
Patrol.
talking about
Paw
Doge
Patrol. People canceling Paw Patrol.
They canceled
Oh, wait.
cops. Now they want to cancel Paw Patrol.
Oh, what? That was a fucking mix-up and a half. I thought you were talking about Doja Cat.
No.
Oh, can we
no.
cancel
Thank
Doja Cat
God.
too
Oh my
while
god,
we're
wasn't
at
that
it?
like
Oh,
a month
Fuck
ago,
Doja
Jackson?
Cat. I know, that's why I was
True.
saying don't bring it up. I was like,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
done with
but,
that, bro. She's
Fucking
canceled.
yeah,
Well,
trying to cancel
speaking of
Paw Patrol.
canceled, Paw Patrol's gone. Cops is
Yeah,
gone.
fuck.
Wait, is Paw Patrol actually done?
No,
I don't
no.
know.
I don't
I was
think
No,
gonna say,
but
I was like,
people
I
are
don't think
trying to
so.
People are trying
Yeah,
to
I think
cancel
people
Paw
are joking
Patrol.
about it. They're like, okay, Paw Patrol's next, boys.
I mean,
No,
like,
but didn't it get picked up by an actual news organization?
I mean, the
Yeah.
news will pick up anything nowadays.
I
Like,
didn't
That is
read the
true.
actual. I
You can
didn't.
start any trend, and the news will pick it up. And
That is
Because
true.
Elmo's the leader of Antifa.
Oh,
Paw
no.
Patrol.
I didn't read the main article that people have been circulating about it, but I think the gist of it is that someone wrote an article saying that they should get rid of the cop character in Paw Patrol, which I didn't even know enough people cared about Paw Patrol to even make that happen, but, you know, like, go ahead, bro. I don't know. I guess don't teach kids about cops at a young age. Just let them find out later on in life.
Yeah. It's
Just
it's
like-
just funny how people are actually taking it seriously.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's not that many people, but I think, like, the conservatives are taking it seriously in the sense of, like, oh, look at this PC culture.
Well, yeah, no, like there are tweets, like screenshots of tweets of fucking like Ted Cruz, absurdity
Oh, wait,
knows
Ted-
no end.
Oh, did Ted Cruz actually say some shit about this? No way. Are you serious?
Here, let
Bro,
me find.
this dude is the biggest clown. Did you see the shit he posted about his toilet paper coming from China?
What?
He's so dumb.
No.
He's such a
What?
whiny little. He's so whiny. Let me find.
Yeah.
I hope he didn't delete it. It was really stupid.
Like, what do you say? Like,
It
was he
pretty
surprised
much-
that his toilet
it's
paper
pretty
came
much
from
just
China?
a picture of some toilet paper with like some whole like rant about how it came from China and like it wouldn't have been that bad if it came from the U.S. and like he hadn't been wiped. It pretty much was giving off the notion that he hasn't wiped his ass in 3 months, just so that he could bash China.
Oh my. That is
God.
a yikes.
Let
Yeah,
me
no.
guys-
Wait.
Eric Trump also tweeted, "Now the left wants to cancel Paw Patrol. These people
No
are truly
way.
insane."
Oh my God.
I mean-
Oh no.
Do you guys watch All Gas No Brakes?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Do I watch All Gas?
Yeah,
No
I think
Brakes?
Liam was the one that got us into it.
Yeah, no, for real.
I've been there since like
Yeah.
I don't actually. I'm not gonna claim a number because I couldn't
I
really tell
watched-
you exactly what.
I
But I've been there
watched-
early. Like
I watched
They-
one video back in the day, and I kind of forgot about it, and then I started binging it again this week, and just, oh man,
It's great.
it's so good.
yeah.
Liam, if you were the one that turned me on to it, thank you. Holy shit, I loved it so much.
We had one
Yeah.
library session where he just turned us all onto it, and it was good.
Yeah, because the Eric Trump book review one, or not book review, but like, you
The
know,
book signing.
Book
Yeah,
signing.
book signing. Yeah, that was so good. I kind of want to get his book. Do you see his book?
Who?
What,
No.
Eric Trump's
Trump
or-
Jr. Trigger.
No, Andrew. No, the guy that does All Gas No Brakes.
Oh, he has a
Oh,
book.
he has a book?
Yeah, no, it's really cool.
Oh,
Because
okay.
apparently the content he posts on YouTube is a very small fraction of what he actually does for a living.
Oh,
Because
He is
he's
a
like an actual
journalist.
journalist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what he was doing in addition to all these interviews was he was road tripping around the country and reporting, not like reporting, but like recording people's stories and stuff that people were telling him.
Yeah.
And also mixing it in with these like full length interviews that he didn't get to post.
Wow, it's a
Like that he had
pretty
on
expensive
Patreon and stuff.
book.
So
Oh.
yeah, there's like a I forgot what it's called, but there's a link to it on his Instagram page. It looks pretty cool though. It's got like a ton of illustrations and shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's an expensive ass book, bruh.
You know what
Oh,
I find
really?
so
How
weird?
much
Oh, it's
is
though?
10,000 words, and it's $120.
It's 120. Okay, never mind. Maybe not. I thought it was like $50.
Yeah, no, it's a little expensive, but yeah.
I mean, he did put a lot of effort into like the design for it, so that's probably why he feels it's justified. But yeah.
True.
Greedy
I think- yeah,
SeaWorld
it's
Orlando
interesting.
grand reopening Trump 2020.
I mean, his videos are very interesting. You just get to see into the mind of people I would not usually interact with.
The people
Yeah.
that know about butt pussies. My
No,
type
but
of
he's
people.
also just like, I don't know if you saw his
That
I don't know if
Talladega
he's-
video is the funniest thing, dude.
Did you see his reporting of the Minneapolis protest?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
pretty interesting.
No, it was
Like,
actually
I actually
really
learned-
good. Yeah, it was actually good reporting, and I think that's what a lot of people have now like realized from him, is that he's actually really good at what he does.
Yeah.
Like we just thought it was all memes, but like this dude's actually like a really good reporter, which is really cool.
You know what I find
Yeah.
really interesting though is that they have 600 and change thousand subscribers on YouTube, but on Instagram they have 1.2 million.
Oh
Followers.
yeah.
And they're primarily a YouTube channel, like the brand All Gas No Brakes, unless you're a Patreon. Like
Yeah, I
Alright,
kind of
guys.
thought about getting their Patreon, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if there was ever like creator to support like that, he's definitely up there.
Especially after the Minneapolis episode, because it actually shows that like you could also probably like deliver real news like in the future
And do more serious stuff instead of.
exactly.
I mean, and he was right there as people were looting a store, so like
He's
I
in
mean,
Yeah,
like-
he's
like-
in there.
yeah, he's on the front lines, you know, like
Yeah, and
like,
that was
props
impressive
props
to
to
me.
journalists who are ready to get down and dirty, you know.
Yeah, and that
Oh,
was
shit.
impressive to me because I just looking through his book, it says that he's from like Seattle and he went to school in New Orleans, and I think he was still on the road, So that means he drove like at least like 5 hours to Minneapolis just because like he saw that was happening.
Wow,
I don't know. That's the way I looked at it.
that's commitment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy. His content's really good.
Yeah.
Before we end the podcast, I wanna give you guys some statistics here. I'm like 5'10" or 5'11". Tucker Carlson is 6'1". Who do you think would win in a fight? Me or Tucker Carlson?
Oh, Tucker. Tucker's
Well, it
big.
depends.
Carlson.
He's pretty broad.
Dude,
No.
no.
Nah.
Hold up.
He's got the
He's
weight
a little
advantage, I
hefty.
think.
He does have the
He's
weight
like-
advantage, but you know how
And he's
like,
not that old yet. He's like 40s. Like he's in his 40s.
No,
I could give
he's
Tucker
way
Carlson
older,
the
bro.
work, bro.
No, he's not way older than that.
Wait,
I could
am
give
I getting
him the
confused
work.
with someone else?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Ben
He might be
A lot of
hero.
Republicans.
Who I could also beat up.
A lot of Republicans are kind of like they're like lizards. Like they look younger than they really are.
Yeah, he's
It's really
51.
weird.
I
Oh,
could
he's
kick
51.
his ass.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, I can't believe Wikipedia actually has the nerve to call him a journalist.
He's a
Not
political
to get political
commentator.
or anything.
and I don't think you
but
can give it much more
he's-
than that.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
commentator.
no, wait. Wikipedia is telling me he's a quote talk show host, commentator, and columnist, which is I'd say an accurate description of what he does.
No,
You know, like-
Wikipedia says conservative journalist.
Oh yeah,
author,
okay.
and
So
political
I'm looking at the
commentator.
little sidebar. But yeah,
Yeah.
conservative journalist, author, and political commentator.
So
I
could I
mean-
beat up Ben Shapiro?
Probably.
I don't even. It doesn't even say what he got a major.
I mean,
in.
He's like
what do you
5'4",
what do
I
you
don't
mean?
think he's
He'll
touched-
probably, dude,
I don't
he
think he's
can
touched
beat you.
anything like to do with anything athletic or physical in his life.
He can definitely beat you, bro. I mean,
Tucker
like
Carlson.
you know what he says.
got-
you
he's
know
got
what
the
you know what he
facts, and you
says,
only have
dude.
feelings,
He got
so-
facts. Yeah, true.
I think he's got
That's
you
what I'm
there.
saying.
So.
Guys,
Facts don't
100
care about
likes and I'll
feelings,
fight
bro.
Tucker Carlson.
Okay,
Confirmed.
but can you take Kyle Kalinske with no legs? That's my question.
Oh shit.
He has no
No.
legs, just to be clear.
If
not
you guys are saying I can't beat up, if I can't beat up Tucker Carlson, how am I gonna beat up Kyle Kalinske?
Yeah, that's tough.
honestly, Tucker Carlson looks like a bitch.
Exactly.
No, I honestly like that one time Jon Stewart went on Crossfire. You've probably seen the video, and it's the other Crossfire host. It's on CNN when Tucker Carlson was on CNN.
Actually, I haven't seen this
Yeah.
one. What's it called?
It's like over a decade ago.
Okay.
It's just look up Jon Stewart on Crossfire. He basically the show got canceled after Jon Stewart went on, right? But Jon Stewart calls him out and he's like, "You're 35 or whatever, and you're wearing a bow tie. Like, dude, come on."
I feel like if I just punched Tucker Carlson once, he'd get offended and leave. That's my belief.
Well,
You get
it depends on
offended.
what side you're throwing.
I
You're
think
throwing a
if you
left-hand
punch
punch.
anybody,
If you're
they'll
throwing a
get
left-hand
offended.
No,
punch,
but
I
if
won't
like
lie.
even if we're in a official fight and I punch him once, he's gonna be like, "Ow," and just leave.
I think you
Well-
gotta get in a one-on-one debate or something
With
with
Tucker
Tucker
Carlson?
Carlson,
Wait,
because I don't
which
think
one
you're
is
giving
it?
him the you're,
Well, it
you're not giving him a
depends.
voice here. Like you're just
Yeah, I'm
depends.
you're not
trashing
giving him a
him,
chance to
yo.
fight back.
are you
This is
hitting with
kinda-
your
this
right
is
or
kinda
left hand,
cowardly of you.
Andrew?
This
Yo,
is
can
ca-
someone send me the link to those two videos that we were talking about? I can't find them.
I will.
Dude,
You just need,
alright,
but you
wait,
can
if
just,
you're-
you can
if
just
you're-
Google Jon Stewart on Crossfire.
Wait,
Alright.
Andrew, are you punching with your right hand or left hand?
my right hand.
Okay.
Why would I? Punch
I was gonna
with my
say,
left?
cause well, he hates the left.
Might have to switch it up.
You
That
should
was
really
pretty
hit
good.
him with the left, bro.
Yup.
It's
Hit
been
him
a
with that
good-
hook of
yup.
It's
justice.
been like a
Yep.
good hour 20, boys.
Yeah, I think this is
Oh,
a good
really?
place to end off with
Yeah.
Andrew Hartley beating the shit out of Tucker.
Tucker
Carlson.
yeah. Haha.
Again, 100 likes and I'll fight you, Tucker Carlson. I'll debate you about Elmo being the leader of Antifa. Let's go. Square up.
God, that was the funniest thing, dude.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for listening. I think we're gonna end it there.
Square up, Tucker.